again, normally you wouldn't farm stuff at this point in the game, but I don't want to die to Fantoon. That's the boss we're about to go fight.
Fantoon's a turd.
He is. I mean, this is like the #1 spot where I do die. So after this, it's pretty...
Although, last time we did this, it was Ridley that took you out. So let's make sure that doesn't happen.
That was the first time in like 10
Oh yeah,
years
so I should point that out. I should point that out. You were rushing super fast when you died to Ridley, and you hadn't saved it for like 20 minutes at least. So that hour 22 that it showed from last time, not an accurate representation of the run, because that was just a total non-realistic death. So we should be significantly faster. You had to do so much over again. Oh, also, on the Mega Man video, somebody pointed out that you should use Boomer Quangers, or whatever his name is, his boomerangs, to get all the items.
Yeah.
So
that is quicker. Well said.
It's true.
Person. That is smart.
But we weren't trying. We weren't trying that hard.
No.
And again, by we, I mean not me.
Me. He's talking about me.
Talking about Steve.
Talk about Steve.
Esteban.
Hey, Esteban.
Esteban.
My catchphrase, I'm like Dora the Explorer, but instead of like saying motivational things, I just say, "Can laugh, Esteban." And then I stare at the screen all sad. I'm basically Diego.
So Steve is basically a Super Nintendo expert, and I played a lot of Super Nintendo, but not like Steve.
I'm actually gonna save. I don't like things that are after 32-bit. So basically, whenever I'm like, I should play a video game, I'm like, I'll play one of the same 6 over and over and over because they're comfortable and familiar.
Repetition's a good thing, though. I mean, it allows you to be exceptionally good at things. So
it's true.
I can see the appeal. We're
luring all these hoppy guys over here so we can kill them all with one power bomb.
Cybermen.
All the Cybermen. Yes.
I don't think those look like Cybermen.
They look exactly like
Their
Cybermen if you change their
Cybermen.
design completely. It's fine.
If Cybermen like crossbred with a grasshopper.
And a crab.
That's kind of like what they were, though. I mean, if you cut off their legs and then mush their head down into their torso, that's what that is.
You're right.
I mean,
my God.
How do you not see that? I'm fully well-adjusted. I'm a normal human being.
I'm a human being.
Is the only way to hit that with a bomb?
Yellow doors only open from power bombs. Green doors only open from super missiles.
See, there's no way.
Red doors are 5 regular missiles or 1 power missile. Power bomb. Super missile. Jesus.
So, like, if you were playing this and you didn't have this stuff, you'd have to backtrack just for the ammo to open doors. Is that accurate?
Yeah, probably.
So that's why I didn't complete this, because I was 8 and didn't think in those terms at all.
Alright, I'm not gonna try to do this the real fancy way.
Do it the fancy way, man.
Okay, so there's this trick called the super fly, where you go across 2 rooms all at once with a single shine spark.
You did this last time. It
Did
worked.
I?
Yeah, you did.
I did the full version?
I saw you go through 2 doors with a shine spark.
That's really hard. Alright, we'll try it one more time. I don't think I did it. You have to... That super missile I just shot has to still be on the screen when I grab this missile. Because it needs to open this door for me so I can go through uninterrupted.
I kind of want you to try it again.
Maybe later.
It'll be super impressive. Also, not impressive if you don't do it, so...
Well, we're already across, so...
Oh... I'm pretty sure you did do it, though, the first time.
Did I?
Maybe.
I might have.
I remember
I know how to do it. I've done it.
It might be one of those fabricated memories where you just said it, so automatically it's in my head. I don't know.
Could be.
I know you've gone through doors as a shine spark. Does that happen any other place?
You already did it once.
Maybe.
Not through the door. He didn't do that yet.
There might be other times that happens. I can't remember. Yeah, there is one later. Like, way, way later.
That could be it. I don't know. It was a while ago when you did this, and...
That is true.
I can't
I have
remember
a lot of power bombs. Normally at this point in the game you have like 2 in your inventory, but I've been farming so much that I have 12.
Well, for a non-speed speedrun, you might as well make it as easy as possible.
That is true.
And it's still going to be super quick compared to... What do you suppose like a regular completion time is for a person that's not 8, but not knowing all the speed tricks? Like 5 hours, 6 hours? Probably longer than that. Probably more like 10, like you said earlier.
Yeah, first time, yeah. So when you only have wave and charge equipped, and you have your power bomb selected as your active item, if you charge your gun and hold it for a second, it does this, which is called an X Factor. And it does a whole bunch of damage, but it floats on the screen forever and I can't shoot, so that was really stupid for me to show it. Oh, that didn't work out well. It needs to go away, it needs to go away, it needs to go away. So I want to try to hit him, like, not that way. You can kill him really fast if you hit him with all 4 bolts of the cross. Technically, just like with Storm Eagle, I've had really good luck on this fight, because this can be one of the slowest fights in the game, or one of the fastest. And I could have already had him dead if I hadn't been messing around like a clown. Because you should only need 2 patterns, or like 2 eye opens to kill him. Oh my god, I did it again.
Stop doing it again.
I might die. Despite my farming, I might die. See, now it's like really slow. Like if you remember, the first 2 times oh my god, oh my god! That was bad too. Alright, I'm gonna use my reserve tank. Okay. Alright, let's focus up here, everybody. Let's focus up!
Don't adjust how you play for the video. Don't screw yourself just because you're trying to show things.
But showing things is all I've got from going for me.
Well, they'll figure it out as you do it.
I need to do this time.
Is there any way to tell
I killed him! He's dead!
How much health they have other than
They
their
turn
colors change?
No.
I prefer
The darker
meters.
they get, the deader they are. Much like meat, it darkens as it cooks.
That's true.
Yup. That's just science. Okay. So we're almost past the point where we're in, like, constant risk of death. But we need to get to the next energy tank, not sub tank, that's like my next thing. Before we're really out of the woods. And normally this would be super simple, and I'd be like, we're fine, we got this. But with this controller, and its god-awful buttons that I hate, this might be risky.
Super missile. They were really clever with names back then, I think.
Like missiles and super missiles.
Everything was just super versions of everything else.
Well, because it's a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it's true. Well, see? That's another example.
Right. Alright, so I'm gonna be real careful. Ooh, not this room. What? This isn't where I thought this door led. That's okay.
You know, I think there's an argument to be made that the Super Nintendo wasn't very super. Not that it didn't have good games, but the fact that they marketed it kind of like by lying. It wasn't...
I mean, it was super for the time. Like, what was more super than the Super Nintendo?
Well, pretty much every console of its generation was technically more powerful.
Not the Genesis.
No?
Nah.
Because wasn't
Genesis
this
couldn't
like...
even do, like, transparencies and stuff.
But wasn't this one just like a fake 32-bit?
It was 16-bit.
Right. But it was marketed as a 32-bit.
This game was marketed as a 32 megabyte, but it was marketed as a 16-bit console.
Maybe I'm not remembering correctly.
You're not.
Because I thought... No, because they put that chip in there that let it work harder than it was supposed to be able to work, and so that it could keep up with other consoles.
Well, that
Even
was
though
like
it wasn't
after like the
technically...
32X came out for the Genesis, and that was for like Star Fox and Mario RPG.
The chips in the cartridges.
In the cartridge, yeah. Because Genesis made like the stupid 32X. You had to like shove in the top of your system and then shove a game in top and like make a little tower of things. And
so the Genesis was a 16-bit also?
Yeah.
See, I'm not familiar with the Genesis. I played like no games on it ever.
It wasn't great. There, I said it. Even the old Sonic games weren't good. Debate me, nerds.
No, I play. I did play some Sonic games, and they're highly nostalgic, and that's it.
Oh god. Oh god. I shouldn't have paused right there. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Get off of the spikes. Get off of the spikes. That was a bad place to fall.
Are you waterproof?
I don't get hurt in water, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But I can't move normally in water yet because I don't have a gravity suit. So right here, you notice that the water is going up and down. Oh my god!
What is happening?
I might just do this the normal way to avoid dying, but I'm going to try to do it one more time the way I would normally always do it. You notice the water height is increasing and decreasing, and these platforms sink as you stand on them. So this one, you want to let it sink a little bit, and then run and jump off it as the water's low, so you can get over here, because otherwise you hit the ceiling and fall.
And normally you're supposed to use the hook?
Yeah, the grappling hook on those blocks up there, which we'll use to get back, just so we don't take unnecessary. That's the X-ray scope. I've never played this game before. I should probably mention that at some point. I've never actually played a video game. Today is my first non-Amish day.
So you're on Rumspringa. Is that the word?
See.
That's the word. It's close to that word. I'd say anybody that knows about this, you can let me know, but odds are they don't.
Rumspringa?
That's what it's called when they're 16 and they decide if they want to be Amish or not.
I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
That's a Jewish thing.
No,
It's called
not.
Passover.
No, that is entirely a different thing.
Oh god, this is real bad. This is so bad. Oh god. Alright, so I lied about that was the last time we were gonna almost die, apparently.
How many more times we're gonna almost die?
We shouldn't ever again, but I did so badly in that spike room, talking about my Hebrew brothers that, I'm gonna save.
It's probably
Just
a good
to
idea.
be safe. Saving is safe. It's safing.
I think by definition, save and safe have the same Latin root of something that sounds like that.
I have Latin roots. That's why I'm a good dancer.
Are you?
No, but I'm really good at stomping arrows to a beat.
Oh. Never played those games.
I played so much of those games.
I'm too top heavy for things like that. I fall over easily.
My buddy has like size 17 shoes that he used to have like custom made.
That's a
And he
big
tried to play
shoe.
DDR a lot, and it always just looked like a drunk chimp constantly about to fall over.
See, that's the thing. No matter, even if you do
Oh,
have
I
rhythm,
messed this whole thing up.
if you're big enough, it's not gonna look right. What'd you mess up?
Okay, so notice that on this side of the room, there's a metal door, and on the other side there's a metal door too. You're supposed to go the other direction, like to the right first, kill a couple guys, and then run this way to open this door, so you only need to clear it once. Because once the door's open, it never turns metal again. It's always just open. And then run back this way and go through this door, because you actually need to go through this door. But I just didn't do any of that, and then I found the spikes.
It's a high level of quality.
It's a
right
robotic
there.
Wobbuffet.
It kind of does look like a Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet.
It's just the same thing as Wobbuffet.
That's like the most annoying guy.
Wobbuffet would have murdered me by now. You can get through these guys if you get hit by the sparks, and then do a flip jump, and then do a regular jump. You can like clip through their bodies and get to the other side of them without having to push them back. And I was kind of trying to do it, but I forgot how to do it until I was talking. So I was just kind of taking damage for no reason.
That explains a lot.
So I'm gonna go real slow here because in a minute I'm gonna need some health. Like required, need more health. Well, not required, I guess, but I'm not doing it the wuss way.
Just do it without taking damage.
Well, no, that's the wuss way.
Has anybody ever done I keep calling the game Samus now because we were making fun of her being called Metroid. Has anybody ever done Super Metroid no damage?
Probably.
That seems impossible to me.
There's a really good series of Mega Man X videos.
I saw that.
Someone beats Mega Man X 1 through 6 without taking any damage or using any power-ups at all or special weapons. His name's
That's-
Hide of Beast. He's awesome.
No special
Look it up.
weapons.
Like he doesn't use any of the boss
How?
weapons or anything or any upgrades at all.
How could he do that?
Because he's awesome.
Or is he cheating?
He is not cheating.
He's
I
a
actually
cheater.
know him,
I'm calling.
and
Nope.
he's not.
Nope. I'm calling it out right now.
All right,
He's
now
a-
if I fall through this... Okay, so that block that missile was on actually makes you fall through. And if you go through, you have to go through the entire wrecked ship again to get back to where we are right now. So getting that one upgrade can potentially cost you a ton of time if you fall through.
So
And there's no warning about that. Like, it just happens.
this is like pro gaming right here. Then
Basically. But that trolls a lot of people when they first play this. Like, you get that missile, and then you just fall through. And where you fall through to, if you look at the map, So pink is where we've already been, and if you can see, we've been on the bottom of this stage. That's the part that we did that big shine spark across with all the water before we got in the wrecked ship. So you have to run through the whole ship again to get back to this point. So it wastes like 4 minutes of your life.
Way too much
for
time.
no reason. Other than the game just to be like, ha, cranked ya. Take the crank.
So all of the enemies in this game respawn when you go back in the room?
Other than bosses, yeah.
So that would take a lot of extra time too if you're not particularly efficient.
Yeah. Except I'm killing like way more enemies than I normally would.
Just like those spikes.
Right, well that's what I needed the health for, was to... Because I could grapple across, but that's slow and lame. This part of the game, I was stuck for like 4 months when I was a kid.
Because you didn't know to do the ball?
Right. And then I just tried, I was like, why doesn't this Chozo, that's what these things are called, have a ball in his hand? Like, they all have little things in their hands. So I was
Right.
like, I will be your ball, Chozo. And then he cupped my ball, and it gave him life.
There's nothing better than cupping a good ball.
Mm.
Especially with the giant robotic bird thing.
Yeah. For those who haven't had their ball cupped by a giant robotic bird thing
You
from an ancient civilization,
gotta
you
try
are
it.
missing out.
You gotta try it. Is there any way to get past these guys fast now since there's no sparks?
No. Not that I'm aware of. Oh, you're not even in your hole yet. Get in your hole.
So, you know, I have to say, for a speed run, all of these stops where you pick up the power-ups is annoying. The way it slows the game down so much.
Yeah. It's the parts in between. That's why 100% runs are kind of clunky, because they have, you know, like 100 of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for the people that do blow through it in 45 minutes, that's 100 things in 45 minutes. So that means basically a little less than one every 30 seconds you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's annoying as hell. Like that.
So now we have the gravity suit. So now we are no longer a slave to water's whims. Whims.
But you are
The
purple
water
now.
whims.
Purple Samus isn't as good.
I don't know. I like purple Samus.
You do?
Yeah, I like purple Samus a lot.
I like only regular color Samus.
Default is the only Samus for you.
Absolutely.
Which for you is actually, what, orange? Is that what you consider
Orange.
default?
Yes.
That's very astute, Samus, really. Like, technically, default Samus is yellow.
Yellowish
Which you can't
green,
even pick in Smash Bros.
like
So how does that make you feel?
olive
I
green.
don't know of a different one. What does it look like?
Yellow, it's the first one. Here, I can actually take my suits off.
Take it all off.
This. Like, this
Yeah.
is default
That
Samus.
looks the same as orange Samus.
Well, no, here, this is orange
is
Samus.
way oranger.
No, they both count. That's fine.
And she has rounded shoulders, and if you look at the thing, like, see pointy shoulders, rounded shoulders, pointy
Oh,
shoulders.
Okay, round
Most
shoulders is the
people-
only real one as far as
I think
I'm
most
concerned.
people acknowledge Samus as being the super Metroid version of the orange suit.
I think that is like the quintessential Spamus.
Or I guess since Prime, a lot of people identify with the Prime suit also.
But that's orange. That's just the
Right,
regular.
right. It's a little different shapes. Or other M even, because that's pretty close to the same look too.
Yeah. So here we're gonna refill. Again, it's a safety thing. This is generally where if I'm gonna forget an item, this is normally the part where I forget an item.
Don't do it. Now that we know,
We'll see what happens.
we can just avoid that.
Well, perhaps.
Your ship fills up stuff that you didn't have when you came.
Yeah,
here.
because it
Yes,
has
your
has
ship fully
supplies.
heals you and it refills all your weapons.
Well,
and
because she
stuff.
had all of her stuff on the ship, and then it was scattered about when she crashed.
Yeah.
So when she goes back to the ship, it should be still.
No.
Every Metroid game ever has been a night that you had to just collect all your crap that you already had at the beginning of the game.
Wait, am I doing this right? Yeah.
You're the only one that knows that, Steve. I hope so.
Ooh. I think.
I think you should figure it out before you continue.
I think this is right. This feels good. It feels so good right now.
Is it like fuzzy or squishy?
Touch fuzzy, get dizzy.
What's that?
That's from Yoshi's Island. It's
Oh,
one
that's
level
right,
with
Yoshi's
the
Island.
fuzzies.
That was the most annoying stage maybe in all of gaming history other than
It
Battletoads.
taught kids that tripping balls is bad.
Or great.
No, it was awful.
Yeah, that stage was bad, which is actually a lie because tripping balls rock.
I
Is
still,
there anything to
We
this
don't-
door? I don't
stay in school, don't do drugs.
think so.
This channel does not condone or promote the use of narcotics.
But I do.
But if you want to touch Fuzzy and get dizzy, play Yoshi's Story.
She's Island, bro.
Whatever, I don't remember. I did play the crap out of that game, though.
There's an invisible pit right in front of this energy tank. That's another thing where if you fall through it, you gotta like loop back and come back to this room. So if you miss that jump, it sucks a butt.
And there's no way to even know that, or does your X-ray thing show you, or is there any way to figure it out?
The X-ray thing might show
Let's test
you.
it. We have to go back anyway, right?
Yeah, because we gotta go down that hole.
Let's check it.
How do you even use X-ray? I haven't used X-ray. Ooh, this button. Yeah, apparently it is that button. Yeah,
See? So that's how you figure out these tricks. You have to use the tools that they give you.
When I was a kid, I used the X-ray scope in every single room.
Oh, I don't doubt. I would have done the same thing. That's my RPG syndrome. Like, every game I play now, I spend more time checking corners and shit than actually playing the game.
Yeah. Okay, so this room, these little guys, Etacoons, are supposed to teach you that you can wall jump. But when I was a kid, I had no idea what they were doing. I thought they were just laughing at me and abandoning me. And I restarted my game whenever I fell down here. Because I had no idea how to wall jump. And I just thought you were trapped forever unless you had space jump already. And, I guess I was a dumb kid.
So, are you supposed to get there a lot sooner in the normal gameplay? Normal playthrough? Because you've been wall jumping.
Well, you can
for
wall
like
jump right from the very beginning.
Right,
it's
but
like
you
not an
wouldn't-
acquired ability.
But you wouldn't have known it necessarily, so that would have been a total pain in the ass to not be able to wall jump until they showed you that.
No, you're supposed to get, like, you're not supposed to know about, like, wall jumping or shine sparking. Those are both, like, bonus abilities, basically. Like, you don't need them to beat the game.
Yeah, but that'd be
You
so
can
not fun.
literally 100% this game without ever wall jumping or shine sparking.
That would suck.
And actually, the guy that teaches you shine spark is in this room. I never really realized they were so close together. He's right. Yeah, we'll show him.
Is he invisible?
He's right down here. So you're supposed to speed dash through this room, and then those blocks fall underneath you when you fall down here. And you meet this guy. I don't remember his name, but he's carrying this little orb.
Chad.
thing.
It's Chad.
And he runs over here, and then you see him duck, and then he gets shiny. I actually did figure out how to shine spark from this guy. The Etacoons didn't teach me how to wall jump because they weren't like, touch the wall and then press the opposite direction and
Yeah.
jump at the same time.
That's not the best tutorial in the world. There's a lot of Cybermen in this game.
There are. The last boss is Vegeta.
It's true.
I wonder if Krillin and Yamcha are dead somewhere.
They are.
Definitely. They were those scientists at the beginning that you saw. Laying on the ground in the first area.
They do have a lot of similar features to Cybermen.
Oh my god.
Seriously, look
I mean,
at
they
that
have the
head.
bug eyes.
They have the bug eyes. They have the testicle
How come they don't
heads.
have bug eyes?
They have the-
big bulbous heads.
They have the claw hands. It's very similar.
Does Cybermen have claw hands?
Yeah, they do, or at least feet. I don't know about
They
hands.
have 3 fingers and 2 toes. And they have
Okay,
claws on
I
each.
know everything about Cybermen, guy.
I played a lot of Xenoverse.
Cybermaster.
They have 3 freckles on each butt cheek.
He's the
Two.
true Cyberman.
There is a power up down there. Do you need
We will
that?
get it later.
All right, just making
So
sure.
right here we're laying one power bomb, and hopefully it should open this door and break this open. Okay, so now we need to get the screen in a very specific spot, which you line up by, I think it's this thing. You want this thing, like the little ball on the end of this, to be lined up with the back of Samus's visor. And then if you
What?
do it right... Yeah, when the screen shakes like that, it means you hit the block inside here. Normally there's a super missile block right here that you can't go through. And there used to be a way more complicated way to get past this that involved getting hurt a bunch, and then doing Crystal Flash, which is this thing that heals you, and it was a pain in the butt, 'cause you had to go down to like critical health, and it sucked. But with the screen scrolled like that, for whatever reason, your super missile doesn't despawn, and it hits the block and you can go through here. This is where you're supposed to come out of when you beat Spore Spawn, the first mini boss of the second mini boss of the game that we skipped that gets you your first super missile. So,
Hacksaws.
yeah. Summary, hacks. All the hacks are.
Elite hacks.
Hacks and rocks. All with an X. Everything spelled with an X.
And Z's. X's and Z's means you're cool at gaming.
Cool at gaming.
Yeah.
So, okay, here we'll see it.
Means
So
you're
this is
elite.
the block that we broke. It's a super missile block. And normally, if you stand... Like, if I'm right here and I shoot at it, it won't hit it. But for whatever reason, if you're, like, right here, and you come in from this side, so the screen is exactly like this, and you shoot it, it hits. I don't know why.
That's fancy stuff.
I don't know the technical. This energy tank that we're getting right now is the #1 item that I forget the most. So the fact that I'm not forgetting it is a good sign. Because I get that, and then I'm like riding the high off getting the super missile block, and I just totally forget this exists, and I don't get it.
Well, I hope you're not focusing on this now and forgetting something else.
I am so jazzed. We're not getting any more items. We're just going right to the end.
Just finish it. You guys don't care, right? You don't want to see 100%. You'd rather see like 73% completion.
Dude, how often do you see that? 100% runs are a dime a dozen.
It's true. Anybody can do that. Try to nail 73% without keeping track. Just do it from memory.
What do you think the fastest is you can do and beat the game without completing stuff you don't need to complete?
The current any percent run is like 13% or 16% or something like that.
How much time?
That's fast.
Real time, it's like 40 minutes. I think game time is like 26 or something.
The difference between 100% and 80% is like 20 minutes?
Something like that, yeah. It's really not that much, like, when you consider.
Well, I imagine the power-ups make it so much easier that you might as well get them. Almost like the Mega Man X Super Duper.
The Hadouken.
Yeah, get that super duper.
That's what it's called.
Ah, crap!
What is that baloney?
You're supposed to charge up your Shine Spark, grab the energy tank, and then Shine Spark back the direction you came.
Well, do your steppy trick so you can Shine Spark faster. Where you tap it on the steps.
Yeah, I did it. I did the short charge. I don't think I did it like optimally at all, but
it's okay.
This isn't a run about optimization.
That's right. It's a run about this is how you could do it.
Right. If you take my principles and have a competent person do them, you will be doing A-okay.
Well, let's just point out, for those of you that aren't super familiar, which I assume you probably are anyway, if you're trying to do speed runs, first time after not playing the game for 6 months on a controller you're not familiar with, you shouldn't be doing speed runs.
Right. Because the speed, like this, especially for this game, it's super precise. And like movement is a huge part of it, and it's really, really hard to do on a funky control. I mean, it's hard to do ever,
right?
But it's really hard to do on a funky controller.
Well, it's all muscle memory. So if you're automatically playing in a different controller, that's going to totally destroy it. And then not having played for at least 6 months, there's no muscle memory.
Right. I mean, there really, honestly, there isn't any. Like, I love this game, and I know it, like, map-wise. But I don't have every, like, thing memorized. I used to know, like, oh, I should jump before I go through this door so I can start a wall jump to the left of it when I get through. Or, like, oh, I should charge my missile now. Like, I don't know any of that stuff anymore.
All I'm hearing are a lot of excuses.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's reasons.
I'm Johning like crazy.
It's reasons.
Okay, so right here, this is, like, the shortest short charge in the game. And I've only ever successfully done this once.
Oh,
so
boy.
we're probably not going to see it. But I'm gonna try it.
Just do it.
Nope. I mean, nope.
Try it again.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
What is it you're trying to do? Explain what you're doing so that people don't think you're just going crazy and having a stroke.
So you know how I was saying, like, it only checks on a certain frame when
right.
Sam's foot touches the ground to see it. So right here you have to do 4 taps actually, because like the elevations cause this step to change, and you also do a stutter step at the beginning like that to make her front foot hit the ground faster the first time, and you can actually get a short charge down here on this little ground thing. But it's super hard. There was like one night that I just figured it out, and like it all clicked. But before then and since then, I've never really done it.
And what does this accomplish?
Gets you a missile slightly faster. Well, we're gonna do like one more. Wait, that didn't count. Made it to that one. That was a bad start.
I have a feeling it's not gonna go.
Nope. All right, that's fine. Oh, get over there. Oh, me am bad. Me am bad at game.
You even played this game before?
I told you, this is the first time I've played a video game.
So you have to do the Shine Spark down there to get that.
There's the way you're supposed to do it, you're supposed to go through the door to the right, like right when you first get in, and go through this whole like convoluted mess to get it. But that's lame, so we're not gonna do that. I don't go up here.
I saw a power up in that room in the top right.
You're right. We will get that later.
I'm good at spotting stuff, man.
You are. Your eyes are sharp like an eagle.
I'm the best
like
game
a storm
coach.
eagle.
Honestly, I've been really good at coaching people through games.
You should probably be like an esports coach.
No, screw esports. That's all about hype.
Well, hype's great.
I'm grassroots gaming. Like this. Like, I saw that thing, don't forget it, and you're like, yeah, I won't. And that's it.
Wait, hold up. I want a shine spark going in this room, so I'm gonna do it the baddie way. I'm a baddie. Don't hit the block. Oh yeah. Oh, that was so good.
Nicely done.
Oh, thank you.
How do you get that without a shine spark?
It's really dumb. You have to grapple onto this block that's underneath a little cross block, and then swing yourself around like 360, and then launch yourself into the air and land on top of it.
Oh, so you wall jump all the way up there? Is that how you do it?
No, you just like run and jump.
Oh.
Because when you run and jump, you get a really high jump, and then you grapple on, and then you swing around.
Does this game?
It's harder.
Wait, go back. Are those the guys from Mario?
They look like it.
They're not. Though.
I think maybe they are.
That's Bowser.
See, you can also use this guy. You jump on
You're
him.
on Bowser.
And you make Bowser spin up.
That has to be.
And then you jump up here, and you can latch onto the block. You can also do that if you miss the initial jump.
Gotcha.
Or you can wall jump. I mean, there's a lot of. You can also bomb jump.
Okay, but seriously, that has to be like a Bowser reference.
It could be. It very well could be.
Who else spins in a shell and looks like Bowser?
I don't think Bowser had ever spun in a shell yet.
Well, maybe not, but
maybe
they had to have known.
Right.
Because that's way too simple. Or they're like, hey, that one bad guy could be Bowser.
Maybe we should make Bowser spin too. Like in Smash. Like, isn't that the only thing where he spins?
I don't know. They do a lot of things like that, though.
Like, you spin him.
In a couple of the Zelda games, there were chain chomps.
Yeah?
And then there was also...
Why am I not going through this wall? There we go.
There you go. Nicely done.
So that super missile you saw earlier, this is how you get it. You're supposed to see it and be like, how do I get that?
Use the X-ray vision.
You could. You could, and you'd probably be able to see this wall. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, you can.
It's gotta be, because...
I figured it out just by like, okay, you can't reach it from this room.
Right.
What's on the other side of it? Like, 'cause if you look at the map, like, you can see, you know.
It connects.
Right.
I would spend so much time using the X-ray in this game.
I mean, that was how you found stuff when you were a kid. Like, you just sat there and you just X-rayed everything.
Way too much effort. That's what Cheat CC, Game Shark, Game Genie, for those of you that want to go all the way back before Game Shark sucked compared to Game Genie.
Well, I mean, that would have been with this. Like, there wasn't a Game Shark for the Super Nintendo.
It was OG cheating.
There was Game Genie. I think there was a Pro Action Replay, wasn't there? I feel like Pro Action Replay, like, always existed.
See, for me, it didn't exist until way later because I didn't know about it, so I have no idea. But I do know that for the original Mario Brothers, I modified one of the Game Shark codes by putting 2 A's at the end instead of 1 A, and it gave me a super jump, and I could clear every stage that had an open ceiling.
Look at you modifying
I was
or whatever.
I was patching ROMs. I totally wasn't patching ROMs. Kind of. That's what Game Genie
just didn't
does.
Know your
though.
alphabet, dude.
No, it was a number. That's what Game Genie did, though. I mean, it essentially just rewrote parts of the code.
Yeah,
I rewrote their rewrite.
You did.
You gotta do those rewrites in the game where you set it up just so it does everything just right, so it rewrites the code on its own.
And then you end up with like Mario Maker inside
first,
Mario
you
World.
need to have the rat. You'd have to install the rat first so that you can gain access to the mainframe.
The rat?
The remote action tool. Remote access tool. Action.
What was that thing you were talking about before, Steve, where you jump on a turtle shell or whatever at the right time in some game?
What?
You're talking about Super Mario where it rewrites the item slot and you beat the game in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, by like boosting right to the
That's
credits.
stupid. That is booty. Anybody that tells you that counts as an official speed run, I don't like it. I don't like it. If you're gonna glitch like that, that's not a speed run. That's
different than cutting.
It's a glitch run. It doesn't require gameplay. It requires
cutscenes and stuff is glitching too.
No, doing like a wall glitch because it pushes you through is different than totally altering the code to skip the entire game.
I can't remember if I should do this now or if I do this later.
Do it both, just in case. Can you do it both?
I don't know.
Now.
Ooh, I'm just gonna do it now.
Do
I
it
guess.
now. Uh-oh.
I'll call now. You call now. Remember that commercial?
No.
For the Sears air conditioning?
No. Oh, I do remember that.
What's it say about tomorrow? Another scorcher.
That's right.
You thoroughly remember it.
That
do.
That was back during the time period where every man in every commercial was a total dumbass and had to listen to his wife. Which is basically still currently happening.
Yeah, you right.
Apparently guys in commercials don't have simple brain function.
Or testicles.
They may not. We haven't inspected all of them.
I've been working on it.
We're at roughly 80% completion.
Do
I don't know what I'm doing.
Do bomb jumps. Well, you're basically not doing anything.
There we go.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Look how slow you're moving.
I gotta find a sinky spot. There's my sinky spot.
That's so tricky. I wonder if the X-ray shows that.
I don't know.
We should say that about everything that it ends up showing.
It has to, though, because how else are you supposed to figure it out unless you just get
you're
lucky?
just trapped in that room, though. Like, there's no exit to that room.
Yeah,
so eventually you would just be like, what do I do?
You know, though, you're going to spend all your time trying to not sink just in case it's going to kill you.
Alright, this is something that I might do on my first try, or it might take me 40 tries.
Is this the one where you have to freeze the guy in a certain place?
You know it is.
See, I know things, man.
You have a good memory.
Speaking of knowing things, I remember when I first got Super Mario Brothers, and I was really young and didn't have the best vocabulary in the world. It said, careful, shallow water, and I thought they were trying to be clever, because shallow meant you could go as low as you wanted. So I just jumped right in and died. I'm like, what the hell? It said shallow water, so I jumped right in. And died again.
What?
Yeah.
What did you think shallow meant?
I thought it went the opposite of shallow, like very deep.
I thought it was another word for deep.
I was young and I didn't know. It's kind of
Why do
like
I keep messing this up. This isn't normally the part of this that you mess
no,
up.
jumping's the easy part.
You were better at this game when you were intoxicated.
Yeah.
Just like I said the other day when I was playing Pokemon for the first time in 5th grade, I thought repel spray was repel spray, and I thought it was a word I hadn't learned yet.
Don't admit this stuff.
I don't mind admitting the fact that I learned.
That's
learned that repel
way to put a positive
Okay, so
spin
here's
on
the
that.
thing. I was in 5th grade. It's not like I had written the word repel a whole bunch, so when I saw it at first, it struck me as possibly being a different word. Plus, it's not like Pokemon was a word in my vocabulary prior to that, so it could have been anything.
Did you guys ever used to get into like fights with kids about how to pronounce that? Was really bad. About how to pronounce Pokemon's names.
Only if they were total stupid people who said Pokemon or Pokemon or anything dumb like that.
Pokemon. Like polka.
People still call it Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. If you watch the animated series, Ash calls them Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
very...
In the very beginning, yeah.
I call them Pokemon.
So, for those who don't know, what I'm trying to do right here is freeze that one little bouncy guy in a certain spot, because it lets me clip through the ceiling and save a little bit of time. Although by now I've wasted way more time.
That's okay, show them.
I
Do
mean,
it.
This is educational.
If you're gonna
Oh
try
my
it...
god!
I don't know if it is anymore.
I don't know why I keep messing up this jump.
We almost got you again.
There we go.
He
So,
did it.
When you freeze him right there, you jump on him and like your head goes through the ceiling, and that's how you know you should be good.
And
So you get on him and then you crouch and then you jump, and for some reason you just go through.